Aquarius, your weekly love tarot reading begins with the Three of Swords, Betrayal, a Magician, a Knight of Cups, and an Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning. Your person is coming in with an Eight of Cups, walking away, a Nine of Cups, a Four of Cups, and a Seven of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, you have a Two of Wands. So Two of Wands is Mars in Aries energy, Aquarius. So really a desire to move forward. A desire to get on with your plans, right? At the bottom of the deck. Let's get right into your reading, Aquarius. How you and your person are coming in. Well, this is something, right? Betrayal for you, Three of Swords, and for them a walking away, Eight of Cups. They leave, and you are heartbroken. I mean, you can see by the imagery there, Three of Swords energy. It's not a cup card, it is a swords card. So oftentimes the betrayal and the pain here is to do with the fact that someone broke their promise. Someone betrayed you in a sense that they lied, or they deceived you, or they broke a promise. And of course, this breaks your heart, right? Now, oftentimes a betrayal can be third-party energy, but you can be betrayed in many ways. In any case, this person leaves, walks away, fully takes their stuff and splits. Let's get some deeper energy here. Five of Swords, there was a lot of fighting, a lot of arguing here. Nine of Swords, and your person had a lot of anxiety about leaving. Ultimately, Five of Swords energy, there is a feeling here, I want to say, of relief for you, Aquarius, because I think you're sick of the fighting. You definitely, I think there's a pain here from them leaving, but there's definitely a feeling here, even if you don't want to admit it to yourself, that you're a little bit relieved that it's finally come to a head because the fighting was just too much. You just couldn't deal with the arguing back and forth. Your person also, a lot of anxiety, a lot of sleepless nights. This feels not so much like there was toxicity here per se, but just that this was a really tough breakup on both parts. You guys just weren't getting along, and it's clear here that your person, they really thought about it before they left. They didn't just leave. Now, how do you guys see each other? You see them as a magician. They see you as a Nine of Cups. Now, this is where it gets a little interesting. I feel like perhaps part of the reason that they left is this image that they have of you, this feeling of this energy here feels almost like you may have been quite obstinate about your position, quite sort of like, well, I'm happy. And perhaps your person wasn't happy, right? Because here, this vibe, this Nine of Cups energy vibe from someone who's left you, and clearly you're betrayed, you feel betrayed. There is a vibe here of like, are you happy now? You know what I'm saying? Are you happy now that I've left? You were happy the whole time. It almost feels as though perhaps some of the issues that were here were just miscommunicating and not realizing that the other person wasn't where they wanted to be. Now you see them as magician energy, and this too is coming across as almost as if, you feel like they were very slick at duping you, or at betraying you, or at walking away from you, or getting, you definitely have some harsh feelings here. Magician energy, it's like you definitely feel as though they knew what they were doing, and it's like, listen, it's understandable. You're hurt, and you're not really, I don't think you're definitely, the vibe here, Aquarius, if you're resonating with this reading, is that, you don't feel sorry for them one bit. You feel like they've purposely hurt you in a way, I think, for Major Arcana, the Emperor, and for, again, of Wands. So definitely stability was an issue with this relationship, right? Maintaining stability and security. For you, Aquarius, I do believe, though, that you really bounce back quickly from all of this, right? Your person may indeed have fallen in love with somebody else, or may be moving towards somebody else. Let me go to them, because we have here, This Four of Wands energy on the heels of leaving, and then this Four of Cups energy for how they see this relationship. So they're not accepting anything from you whatsoever, and yet, they're moving on with something else. This is also Aries energy here. We have Venus in Aries energy. So your person has moved very quickly into something else. Very, very quickly. And this could also be the source of some of the betrayal here, is that indeed they may have left you for somebody else. And this may be why they had so much anxiety here, so many sleepless nights and worries about it. Am I doing the right thing? Excuse me. Or how is this going to go down? Their motivations are unclear, okay? But certainly there may have been a vibe here of, if you're not going to be appreciating me the way I need to be appreciated, I'm going to go somewhere else and be appreciated. That's kind of an energy that's coming through. And they're not willing, their role in this relationship, Four of Cups, is that they're just not willing to give you any energy or give this connection any more energy. As far as you're concerned, Emperor comes in and Knight of Cups in this role. I think that you try to sort of get them back. In a way, you have a very possessive energy here with that Emperor, a feeling of they're yours. And I think that this is coming through as a result of you finding out perhaps, or knowing, in the case of this betrayal being because of for someone else, you're not prepared to just let them go. Right. And so you're moving towards, and as a result, yes, it's not surprised that the Four of Cups comes in. They're not answering you. But this, listen, these readings, these weekly love readings, are only a snapshot into what's going on over the next week or two. This is not the end all and be all. This just seems to be a situation that some of you Aquarius may be going through. And this story just isn't over yet. It's not like the door is completely shut. Yes, they've moved on with someone else, but it's not like, you know how these things go. And in this regard, with this reading, it kind of feels like that. Now, possible outcomes. Let's get some clarity first here. Two of Swords. So you do have a decision coming in as a result. And Fool energy, they do, listen, they may indeed decide to just take this leap of faith with this other person and move on, right? But you have a choice to make here as well. A choice comes into your life in this situation, Aquarius. And so whatever that choice is, however that resonates for you, that's going to be coming in as a result of this relationship also. Whether that choice is to stick around or to move on or whatever the case, however it resonates with you, this is going to be really, really obvious when it comes in that, oh, okay, this is the decision that the reading was talking about. Your person is very much in a vibe of, the devil may care sort of energy. They're doing whatever they want. They're really wiling. There's a vibe here of wiling out and really being like blocking to you. And that almost feels like much more of a reaction to you than it does a feeling of them actually moving on, because the energy just feels so strong. Now, here's your possible outcome. Ace of Pentacles and Seven of Pentacles. For you, a new start, a new beginning, a new relationship, a new sort of opportunity. For them, Seven of Pentacles, there may be an opportunity for them to really take stock of where they're at in this relationship with you and in the new one, and really just to sort of, depending on the various things that go on with them over the next few weeks, it just feels like at some point after this initial wiling out period of them just stepping off and being crazy and everything is over, they will come to a place where they'll want to sit down and really take stock and be like, look, what the hell am I doing, right? Let's move these up a little bit and get them ready for your other oracles. And so again, yeah. But for you, there is an opportunity for a new sort of way coming in, either a new stage in this relationship or a new relationship altogether. But this is largely going to depend on the decision that you make, Aquarius. Your oracle, Spider Spirit, Spirit of Gaia, and Spirit of the Woods. Spider Spirit, fate and destiny. Spider Spirit talks about free will. You're in control of your own fate and your future and the way that, the way your life goes, things come in unexpectedly, but it's your choices, right, that shape the path. Spirit of Gaia, Mother Earth, family, creation, and spirit of the woods. Voices, okay, goblins, nightmares, those voices that are designed to sort of throw you off guard and make you doubt yourself. Take care with those. Let's pull your animal spirits. We have the zebra and the buffalo. Zebra and buffalo. Well, fire and earth. Zebra is the animal spirit for the quirky one, the artist, the eccentric. The zebra is just a free loving, independent, extremely creative person, right? This animal spirit, when you resonate with it, you're one of a kind and you indulge in that, but you also sort of really get other people to want to be their most authentic selves as well. It's a very contagious, lively, energetic energy. Buffalo is earth energy, but the kind of earth energy that is extremely wise and connected to its higher, more heavenly self, its wiser self, its more spiritual self. The buffalo instinctively understands that every action made in the material world, in the world that we touch and see with our senses, should reflect the inner world and the higher calling or the higher spiritual understandings that we have and wisdom that we have. And so the buffalo is a very, very, I want to say, spiritual yet extremely earthy animal spirit. Excellent for grounding, especially for those of you who need that, grounding while at the same time tapping into your higher source. And that's it. Thank you so much, Aquarius, for joining me this week. If you enjoyed this reading, if you got something out of it, you resonated with it, please consider liking, subscribing, or sharing this content, which really helps me out. And I do appreciate it when you take the time to do that. And that's it. I wish you all love, life, and happiness, and I hope to see you right back here on my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot, next Tuesday for your weekly love tarot reading. Bye-bye, Aquarius.